All right, welcome everyone into season two, episode one of the Hooley Brothers podcast. I think Mike, we're coming on exactly a year.
Yeah, so
Almost to
those
the date since our last episode. Kind of fell off the wagon here.
yeah, so those who watch the YouTubes, we have an episode on there posted on October 6th where we definitely showered our mother with happy birthday joy. So we're gonna do it again this
Yes,
year.
happy birthday again. Yeah, another year
But
older, another year wiser.
never made it to the Spotify due to some technical difficulties, and that really just got us angry. And we just kind of
It did. I also got a dog. Um, so gotcha days tomorrow, which is fun. But yeah, I think that kind of like. And it's funny because I feel like they always say it takes 30 days to build a routine for something. It takes a day to break it. It's like it fell apart fast. Again, I feel like
yeah.
a lot of that was I
And
feel
then
like between the episode, yeah.
it would work for me around this time last year. Like it's busy right now, but last year I
Hmm.
was understaffed learning a new job. So I was like working a lot of late nights. So like the weeknights were tough.
Yeah.
Weekends got busy. Next thing you know, it's been a month and
And then it's been a year.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. As I look to make sure. Yeah, okay, cool. Mike's the way I want it. Yeah, it sucks to have the big of a layoff, but hopefully just getting back in on one can get us going here.
Mhm.
Again, that's the tough part when this isn't your day job. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you have your regular stuff to do and social life and everything, so it's a bit harder. But um, yeah. So let's pick up where we left off. Red Sox still in full swing of the 2021 playoff. No,
Nope.
that's kind of where we were. We've had a roller coaster for some of our teams here. Um,
Yeah.
but no, but
Banner
just
18 got hung.
yeah, right. Yeah, we went all as planned. But no, it does suck to be on the song. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Just to keep things easy, I think I've kind of fell in love with Mike. The idea of since we started in 2021, just season one. This will be season two. It could be a short season. Go right into season three to turn of the new year. It's like having it. We're going by calendar year here, so this can be an
Mhm.
abbreviated. Sometimes you see shows season one's like 6 episodes, and then they kind of get it. We're just having a bit of a that's up with season two. So it was a
The
writer
MLB,
strike, a whole thing.
the MLB played a 60-game season during COVID, so
Yeah, exactly.
give your
We just
Mickey
took
Mouse season.
ours. Yeah, we took our season two of the Mickey Mouse season, season two of the Holy Brothers podcast. But Sox had a good run last year. Obviously not so much this year, so we'll kind of get to them in a bit. Celtics, obviously, we missed probably a lot of my hot takes with the Celtics last year, starting out so slow, going to 10 of those games, starting out 0-5. Finishing 5-5, then actually win the playoff game to go above 500. Wouldn't have guessed that. They obviously had a great end of their year that almost went the whole way. There's been some crazy storylines the last couple of weeks, but hopefully they're in full swing. But I
I
think this is
drank a
something
lot of white wine.
you did. I wore my Antoine Walker jersey to the ground. Cousin Chris listened to a lot of 98.5 instead of we tried to do everything we can. The magic just ran out. Is really what happened.
Mhm.
We ran into a proven juggernaut and winner, which which sucked. Adding as our guy Trillers called him Andy Wiggins, who had a great series, great playoffs and great series, great year altogether. So congrats to the Warriors there. But something that too, I think if we were in the rhythm probably would have been easier, but since we weren't, it's like I'm getting this first one going. I think we initially maybe said, hey, let's just do it for NFL, but here we are on the precipice of week 5 here. So that was probably what we were shooting for. But again, a few things popping up here and there. But we're here now. So
So
4 weeks down. Yeah.
I was gonna say, before we got right into NFL, I think we should rapid fire some things that have happened. I know we talked about the Red
Yeah,
Sox
let's
and
do it.
Celtics,
Let's
but
do it.
let's rapid fire some. So first thing, we killed Coach K.
We did go okay. Yes. That's actually one night when I really wanted to bring it back. Either the night when we were drunk or the next day. That didn't quite work out, but we did kill Coach K. That's a great way to start it. Because I'm like all the other stuff, it's like, okay, what we had Rams Bengals Super Bowl was cool. We had Joe. I'm just like literally thinking of obviously the World Series last year. Congrats to the Braves. There's some stuff we could really run through like that. That was
Yeah.
great run for them without Ronnie Acuna still able to bring that home. Yeah, I guess the Super Bowl, Georgia breaking through. What's that?
The Derby, the 90-1 odds. I forget the horse's name.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to go in like chronological, but you are I was trying to knock out so we what was that be? World Series, both football titles.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us to Coach K. So March Madness was great. It's great to have the full thing back. I took 2 days off of work, all that good stuff. But Mike and I were out for that DQNC game, and it was. I mean, honestly, I don't think I'm exaggerating. One of the happiest nights of my life, which it shouldn't have been. I mean, not one of my teams. We live in Boston. We've had how many titles since we were kids, but just something about that night being out with everyone and just seeing that happen late on a Saturday night, thinking that he was going to get the storybook ending and it didn't happen. It was great. So that was a great highlight there, Mike.
Yeah. Because that night we were out, I feel like everyone hated Duke, bet on UNC, so everyone's feeling good.
Our boy Caleb Love.
Yeah, Caleb Haight.
It's not Caleb Haight.
Other things.
So it would have been early March, yeah.
Of course, Joe Madden shaved his head into a mohawk.
Fire up the boys. They didn't see it though. He was fired. Yeah. So that was the start of the baseball season, like you mentioned. Yeah, the horse. I'm blanking on the name too.
Rich Strike.
Crazy odds. Yes, that was the second one though, right? That was the Preakness,
no,
that was the Derby.
Yeah, because I was down in Texas.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Shout out Tyler, 10-900.
That's not bad. Oh, because we were together for the Preakness, yeah. That we were hanging out for that one. I want to single-handedly, speaking of Joe Madden, just because I was there, I want to single-handedly say I'm responsible for the Phillies making the playoffs this year because this was back in June.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think things were looking great for them. They were playing the Angels at the time. They just fired Girardi, I believe. I should always have my TV on. They covered Girardi on Friday. I went to the Sunday game. Saw a nice Bryce Harper grand slam in the 8th inning to tie it up. They let up another run, and then they had a walk-off home run in the 9th. I was at that game in Philly for my boy Brad's wedding, so I was there the next day. I think that turned things around, so I want to claim responsibility for that one right now. And then that brings us to, I guess, the summer. Yeah, I'm thinking mostly All-Star Game, Home Run Derby. I'm trying to think of anything major happened in those times. I mean, obviously Warriors won and the
Avalanche
won. Yeah, so that was fun. That Hawaiian Little League team dominated, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Live towards
the thing. Serena Swan song. Yeah, and then that kind of brings us, like I said, full circle. Literally years worth of sports. There's probably a lot of stuff we're missing, but it probably was almost fitting now that if we took 10 months, we might as well take the full year, but literally just pick up the same date, but with a 2022 instead of a 2021. Because I think we probably talked about, did we even get to the wild card round last year? I can't remember.
For baseball,
or is that the last episode?
The last episode we did our preview.
Was that Sox Yankees or no?
It was after Sox Yankees.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And I predicted the bracket, and one thing I remember saying that no one heard, well, if you're on YouTube, you heard it, was I predicted that if you didn't know who Yordan Alvarez was before the playoffs, you're gonna know. And he spent the entire 6-game series just absolutely pulverizing the Red Sox.
Yeah, owning the city of Boston. Yeah, exactly.
So I like to say I called that one. That was my one saving grace as I was getting my heart ripped out. Yeah. So yeah, I guess here we are with all that. Have a few things to cover. I think. I mean, I'll let you have the choice here, Mike. I know we kind of. Do you want to start with some playoff baseball, or do you want to start with football? Then we'll go to baseball. Well, we're talking about baseball. Let's stick with baseball.
All right, let's do it then. Okay. Yeah, we are currently watching this puke fest that is the Broncos Colts game. It's been 5 field goals. So
another punt.
A lot of kicking. Again, this is almost like they were joking with the whole UK game. Right up your alley. A lot of This is football. If we're gonna use the most literal sense here.
We're done here.
I'm just saying. I didn't even mean for that to be. Is that a pun? No, I literally meant like correct. There's foot and ball. That's about it. Yeah, we can start with baseball. So season ended this week. I guess we'll kind of do how we do a lot of these things. We'll start local, then we'll go to big picture. Obviously, it's a very disappointing season for the Red Sox. They had June.
That was awesome.
They had June
28th.
What was it, like 20-6 or something? Like,
yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was stupid compared to how the rest of the record was.
Yeah, the team pitching well. Like Duran looked like he was going to be a thing. Like,
yes,
because they just had like a guy that could lead off. Like I think he had like 330 and was stealing like 8 bases that month. Something like ridiculous. Where we had a tone setter at the beginning of the lineup. Everyone else was falling behind, and then someone like I think JD was a pretty lucky hitter, and then he wasn't getting those singles, and his power was gone. Even though he didn't end the year with 2 dingers, but that was just another hole in the lineup. And then we started playing the division again. I think we went to Toronto and lost 3 out of 4. We played the Yankees a lot. And
there was the whole Yankees Tampa thing, right?
Yeah,
back to back. Yeah,
we got swept. So yeah, I think we lost 3 to 4, and then we got swept by 4 games in Tampa. The next thing you know, our like 2 game, the beginning of the wild card lead, we fell down to the bottom, and then as we deteriorated, freaking Mariners got hot as hell, and then it was just downhill. We fell hard and fast.
yeah. So again, it was June. Everything else sucked. But this seems to happen with this team where they again were 2 games away from the World Series last year. They suck. Tell me if I'd be surprised if they won the whole thing next year. I would not be 100% shocked. I would not. I don't know. Just nothing surprises me with this team. You can tell me they're coming last again. You can tell me they win the World Series. Anything, I'll believe it. That's kind of where I'm at. But
there's a lot of ifs depending because of.
I mean, I just have one message for this team.
Is it time?
Well, it's just re-sign Xander. Really. I mean, obviously send Rafi, but I mean. One's a little more pressing than the other. I mean, this guy's been shown up 10 years with the team, go back to 2013. So 10th season probably completed now. He just shows up. He does everything you want. Never really complains about anything. Minimal injuries, if you think about it. He's really, he's not Omar Vizquel, but he's, I think a solid defender more than he gets credit for. What's that?
Growing.
Yeah, he's gotten, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think at the very least, like above average. Power goes up and down, but I mean, for a while he was pushing Judge. I mean, I know he ended up falling back a little bit towards the end of the year for batting average, but I mean, he's going to be a 300 hitter, give you probably 15 to 20 home runs, contribute, and I just don't know what else you're looking for. I mean, I know they signed Story, but I mean, his defense at short is nothing to be,
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Also not Omar Vizquel. You have a hole at second. Play them both. You're the Red Sox. You're John Henry. You have more money than probably like 4 people in the world. No, I mean probably downplaying it a little bit, but like you're extremely rich. You own this team. You put in this money to the team. You're in a big market. Pay this man. He's probably not even going to fully, hold you up for how much money he actually deserves. I think, and I could be wrong about this, like Xander would probably go for less money than he's worth.
Yeah.
Not by a lot, but like he like just don't screw him over.
Yeah. And another thing that is really interesting is that we saw the shortstop market last year with Baez to get a little more we thought, but just that Carlos Correa deal was so polarizing. The 3 years, 130 with the option after every year. And that's a Boris guy, just like Bogarts. So like, I really want to know what the Bogarts market is. So hopefully, I just want to give him a respectful offer and have Bogarts be like Boris, like I don't care, I don't even want to see the rest of the market. Just take this offer, we're good. But knowing a Boris guy, Boris might be like, no, like I'm your guy. So hopefully,
no, it's concerning for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's just my message for the team. It's inexcusable. You shouldn't be losing guys like this. Again, we've talked about it before. It's just it seems like they're the type of organization that's like, oh, this guy that's been proven here for 10 years, kick rocks. Guy who's never played in ball, it's almost like the Drake meme, right? It's like guy that's been here and established himself. No, guy that we don't know if he can play here at all. Yeah, here's $200 million. It's like makes no sense.
Well, I remember I was down in Florida for the wedding during March Madness when we signed Story.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I'd like this, but it shouldn't be a replacement. Like,
no addition.
Yeah, and like I said, like he had I give his grade more of an incomplete this year with health. Like I'm not considering it like a.
But I don't think that's
contract. But I'm not saying that's something to bank on at shortstop.
No, agreed. I'm not going to say it was a total failure, but like this is also just like more of an indication, like, hey, you cannot. This is further evidence, in case, even though you shouldn't need it to keep Xander. It's like, okay, this guy, at the very least, is some sort of injury prone thing. But yeah, I don't know. But I guess that's kind of
Sorry, pauses here. I'm gonna actually pause.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll obviously see how that plays out. But there are other teams that are playing. In fact, 12 more that are going to be continuing on here. So, both pictures set. Obviously, they were kind of set for a few days now. Honestly, it just kind of seemed like everyone got eliminated. Oh man, we got quite the game next. The part of my take ball next Thursday. Washington, Chicago, but yeah. So we have obviously New York Yankees, that is, and Houston getting the bye in the American League, and then Dodgers and Braves. Before we get into all that, a few things to mention, just too. The whole Aaron Judge thing. Again, congrats to him, fantastic year. I just think I don't know. There's a lot of nuance there with kind of the wording as far as what he did. You know what? I don't have a problem if I don't know if you saw Mike, our guy Hooley, kind of being the whole like American League. It's like, well, you interleague play. I'm like, well, that's kind of dumb. That's not really an argument on my part. American League also, it's like a weird distinction. It almost just seems like fortunate that like all those other guys in the NL. But basically, he had a fantastic year. Best year we've seen in 21 years. So like home run wise. So I think that's something you can't take away from him. Yankee record for sure. But it's just, we all saw the stuff that happened in the late 90s and early 2000s. It's just he said it himself. Judge said it himself that like he's like, I saw Bonds do that stuff. That was that happened. So
I mean, it's just what the MLB wants. They want to hype up a problem, get you on it, make money off it, and then resend it. Like
yeah.
Like what are they going to be like? What in like 5 years? Like, well, the balls are just they don't count. Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even if they made off the money off those like 62 home runs, and like this is like might be like a doomsday, like a bad hypothetical scenario.
Yeah.
Just like it's just so ass backwards to like think about it that way. It's just like it happened. Yeah, sure. Like it's part of history. I'm fine with it. I don't think anyone really cares about steroids except for MLB. So
Roger, old RM Jr.
Yeah.
I'm
tired of him
too. Yeah, he'll fade away now. But while we're on that, just to kind of quickly transition stuff from the year. I think we talked about this before, but Mike, AL MVP on this topic. It's Judge, right? I mean, Ohtani's insane, but like, I mean, this is the type of years again. It's almost like if he wins this year, it's like just hand it to him every year.
Well, like, I don't like that argument because
no. I'm just saying if he beats Judge this year, what would a hitter have to do to dethrone it? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think I'm not the argument. I hate the argument that you say like, well, did he pitch? That's not the argument. I'm saying that he was.
No, that's not good either.
I'm saying he was a MVP caliber hitter and Cy Young caliber pitcher. Like if you extrapolate both those seasons and put them on their own way, they're like in the running. So like, I'm not just saying like, oh, he hit like 25 home runs and had a 4 ERA. That's more valuable than what Aaron Judge did. It's just the caliber of the dual threat that he had. But If you look at Judge, I mean,
and all I'm going to say is like, rightfully so. Ohtani probably has to do less at each thing to be a legitimate MVP candidate. All I was saying is that if he wins this year over Judge, like, I don't know what a hitter would have to do for the entirety of Ohtani's career, provided that he's able to put up above average numbers at both things. Like, I don't know what a hitter would have to do to win.
Yeah.
He would basically win every year.
This is the first time anyone's ever qualified for both the ERA and batting title. Pretty cool.
Yeah. No, again, in most other years, he wins, no question. Like, say Judge even hits 50 this year, it's like he probably wins MVP, but he hit 62. So,
I mean, I would just stats are ridiculous. I'm just gonna pull them up. So we hit. Where is he? Yeah, 15-9 with a 2.33 ERA and 219 Ks.
Jeez,
with
that's actually nuts.
With I think he had like this is only his pitching stats. Batting. He had like 34 dingers and 95 RBIs too. Like,
no, it's insane. I'm not even saying like it's like, oh god, like I have to give it to him again. It's like, no, in most years he would be again insanely deserving. It's just Judge truly did something insane this year. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's Judge. And while we're in the other awards, and again, maybe like again when the Red Sox fade, maybe my attention fades too. But as far as the other awards go, I mean, did Julio still qualify as rookie this year?
Yeah. Julio's
so rookie. That's him. Then okay,
yeah. Rushman gave him a little bit of run.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be Julio.
And with the side, again, I've been seeing stuff at the side. Like Verlander seems like he put up insane numbers this year.
Yeah, Verlander. Guys like
so it's pretty.
Like Ohtani's probably going to get some votes. McClanahan,
yeah, it sounds like he's
pretty good, but he got hurt. And guys like Dylan Cease, Manoah, those are guys I think would probably also get like votes.
And how about the NL, Mike? What do you got for picks out there?
Be Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Burns was there for a while. It seems like he faded. Zach Gallen went on a ridiculous, like, scoreless inning streak. I think it was like up to like close to 50. But Alcantara was definitely the most consistent with them. I think he has like a 2.3 ERA, something like that. So over 200 strikeouts. So yeah, ridiculous year for him. Happy he's getting his sigh.
Yeah, and then MVP seems like is that going to be Goldie this year?
It's going to be Goldie.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. I'm glad if he can wrap this up. I think that's awesome for him because he, again, we've said it before, probably one of the most like underappreciated stars of the last like 20 years, really. We talk about Goldschmidt.
His teammates probably the runner-up.
Sorry, my dog's being a huge butthead. Move this. We're gonna need a new blanket because he's chewing through this one. Here you go. And then rookie of the year from the Braves.
Michael Harris. Yeah. And another teammate, Spencer Strider, is probably the runner-up. He's a pretty good arm for them. So.
And who's that kid? I think he'll probably be eligible next year, right? When they brought up late in the year for the Braves. Who's that?
Vaughn Grissom.
Yeah.
I was at the game for his first home run.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention really outside of that how well he's doing.
No, I saw that he was tearing it up.
Yeah.
And then manager of the year, it seems like Tito's got it for the AL, right? Like he's had a fantastic year.
Yeah, those Guardians, they're didn't see that coming. I wasn't really buying into them this year, but like they're always pesky.
And then NL seems like it could be a number of guys. I mean, Dave Roberts, obviously, 111 wins, you got to be in the conversation. And then Buck Truck, you got Marmol from St. Louis, and then Phillies coach as well took over in June.
Phillies in term.
Yeah, all viable options there. But
it'll probably be Dave just because of the
number of wins.
6 wins.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that sums up the regular season stuff, and then we can start to get into some playoffs here. Like I said, this is with the bye team set. We can start to get into some first round matchups.